What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We're gonna go ahead and pull some cards and see what we got going on for the collective Gemini season. Happy birthday, Gemini! I hope all is well. Oops. I hope all is well with everybody. Hopefully you can see the camera. They be messing with me. I was trying to record some videos so that I could upload them, just some regular videos, and I can't upload on either one of my phones. I don't know what the problem is. So I can only go live. All right, so let's just go ahead and pull some cards. And then my screen looks crazy. Yo, either YouTube don't want me posting because I be giving you some, real information that you can use. Or, we got some haters who are doing, doing some things. Because it don't make no sense to me what's going on here. It really don't. But we will just continue to carry on anyway, just like nothing has happened. So, it may seem scrambled, but don't worry about it. Just continue the readings. All right. I'm going to keep posting regardless. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. Let me get some energy here. Shuffle these cards. I don't know why it's coming out scrambled. And then on top of that, when I post this, it posted as private. And it's like, I don't know, I have to go in after I do a live and then I have to change it so that it goes public. It's just a bunch of bullshit going on. It really is. So, I'm trying to post a little bit more, but just so you get an idea what I be dealing with on the background. I don't know what's going on, but somebody could be throwing some juju. It could happen, whatever. We're just gonna try to transmute that energy. All right, but let's see what we got. Let's get 5 cards out here and see what we're talking about. Messages for the collective. What do they need to know in this Gemini season? Happy birthday, Gemini. I hope all is well with everybody. I'm doing all right other than that. 7 of Cups in reverse. Trying to figure some things out, or maybe you don't have the choices you thought you had. Maybe you thought, oh, okay, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that, maybe I could do this. Maybe you tried those things and it just didn't work. Here's the 7 of Cup energy. Maybe you had an issue trying to figure some things out and it didn't work out. I'm going to switch the camera around and see if this helps in any way. So bear with me. I just turned it around, but let me see. All right, well, I can see the 7 of Cups, so let me move it so we can see it. Yeah, so that came out in reverse. So maybe somebody thought they had options. I was just talking to my mom earlier today, and we were just talking about how, you go and you make plans, and then God will be like, I don't think so. This is what this is reminding me of. It's like you trying to figure out what options you want to take, what you want to do. You may put a plan in place, and then, your plans flop for whatever reason. And it's because maybe that's just not the way you're supposed to go. But then it's like, okay, well, if God, if God or the higher source or whoever you believe in has a direct path that they want you to go on, and you sitting here making all these plans trying to go on a path that you want to go, and then it doesn't work, it could just very well be that that's not where, your higher source wants you to go. So then I was like, well, damn, should I even make any plans, or should I just, go with the flow? Because if I decide I want to make plans and then I make those plans and then I don't get what I'm getting, like, was it not meant for me to have? Or like, and she was like, well, what you do is you make your plans, you do what you're supposed to do. And if something is in the way, you assess it and confirm, if it's something that's meant for you to get, or if it's something that's gonna just be in your way, that's a temporary setback and you need to go around and go a different route. But you would just assess the situation as it comes. So, maybe somebody needed to hear that. Okay, with this 7 of Wands energy in reverse, because somebody could be feeling trapped, like they don't have options, like they don't know what to do. They tried this, they tried that, this didn't work. It's like, yo, what am I supposed to do? I tried this, I tried that, I did this, I did that, I did everything I was supposed to do, but yet I'm still here, dealing with what I'm dealing with. So, I could understand that frustration if that's something you're dealing with. What else we got here? Yeah, the Ten of Swords. Okay. So it could be about paperwork, filling out applications. It could be about jobs too. Um, could be a lot of people out here trying to figure out what they want to do to make some money, what they can do, what they can't do, jumping through the hoops of these application processes, trying to figure out, okay, what am I supposed to do for this job? What am I supposed to do for that job? Like I've been filling out these applications online and I'm not, able to, I'm not getting any hits. I don't know what else to do, that type of thing. So I feel like somebody's just frustrated, you know, um, it could be that somebody else is blocking you too. Like if you're in a corporation and you're trying to, get out of the department that you're in for whatever reason, you could have your whoever's hating on you, if they're just solely HR that's on some bullshit. The managers could be telling HR, yo, if anybody sends an application over from our department, let me know before you do anything with the application. Like people do shit like that. And so you could be wondering why, you get an email back. As soon as you send the application in, like 10 minutes later, you get an email back saying that that they've decided to go with a different candidate. It's like, yo, you didn't even get an interview. What is going on here? Right? That type of thing. Um, but somebody could be trying to figure out also on another level why whatever plans they had to deceive someone or to get over on someone did not work. And they could be frustrated about it, and it could be angry about it, or it could be the opposite. It's like, yo, people was throwing monkey wrenches at you trying to stop you, but it didn't work. Okay, whether they was throwing spell work at you, whether it was gossip and slander, trying to put you in a position of lack, trying to make you look a certain way, like it just didn't work. Whatever they was doing, it didn't work. Yeah, Nine of Wand energy in reverse. Like this, it didn't work. You didn't even have to do anything, is what I'm getting with that Nine of Wand energy in reverse. It's like for some of you, maybe you had some temporary setbacks, but whatever they was trying to do, it didn't affect you in a way that it was supposed to. And I feel like, people could be upset about it. I also feel like there was a weird transit going on, especially when that Mercury transit, Mercury and Taurus was really weird for me personally. I'm not sure, what it was going on with you guys, but it was a very short transit. But a lot was going on. I think Mercury went into Taurus on May 23rd and it left on June 5th or 6th. But that 2 week time frame, it was just real weird energy for me. So I'm not sure if anybody else experienced that also. But yeah, so that transit is over. So, now you'll be able to recover and recoup. Okay. That's what I'm getting with that 9. It could have been like 9 days or something like that. That you 9 to 10 days where you had some problems, you know, um, it's like one thing after another. With Gemini, it could have been your transportation. Um, I feel like I almost in the energy of, yeah, speaking of transportation, maybe somebody was sending some juju to you. I don't know if people been in the car accidents and things like that or had issues with their car trouble. Okay. I'm picking that up too because Mercury, deals with travel and transportation. And we got cups here and we got wands here as well. So 7 cups in reverse, 9 wands in reverse. And like I said, whatever was coming at you, whether it was some type of entity or whether it was people sending an entity or doing, like it's over. It's like it's over. Don't gotta worry about that. And it's from if we're dealing with spell work or juju. So just know that. All right. Yeah, with the 5 of cup energy in reverse, you may have had a temporary loss or a temporary issue because of this situation, but you're gonna recover. You didn't lose much. You still got the 2 cups over here, even though the 3 cups are spilt here. So there could have been some frustration for you because yo, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but every time I turn around, this is going on, or when I turn around, I got this to deal with. But you still got these 2 cups left over, so it's like, yeah, you're frustrated, get it out, but get yourself together, your head back in the game, and get back on your grind. Yeah, here's the 9 of cups. Exactly. Exactly. Whatever it was trying to stop you is not going to be able to stop you. Whatever was trying to stop it, would, like I said, for some of you, it was just a planetary alignment that was messing you up. For others, it could have just been people around you on some bullshit. Whether they were talking bad about you, trying to stop you from getting something or applying for something. And it don't even have to be people you know. It could just, you could just been filling out some type of application. You had terrible customer service, rude ass customer service people, just being nasty. For some of you, could have been some things that were more severe, that you were dealing with. And some people said it could have even been a little bit of hocus pocus going on here with people trying to take from you and put you in a position of lack. But like I said, you're gonna prevail with that Nine of Cup energy. You may have lost some things or some situations may have come up, but it's nothing that you're not gonna recover from. All right, that's what I'm getting with that. Um, some of you are gonna have to fill out some paperwork, is what I'm getting here too. Like whatever you're gonna need, if you need some type of assistance or some type of help, there's an application process. You will be able to fill out an application and get some assistance with whatever it is that you might need. Some of you might need that. All right. Let me see what else we got going on. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe I'll start using my laptop to post. That's what I'm thinking I might do. So we got the King of Cups energy in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, these are two crazy ass. This is a crazy ass couple. Okay, I don't know what's I don't know what's going on, but this like Bonnie and Clyde. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. A Bonnie and Clyde type of situation here where the King of Cup energy in reverse, he is oh, you know what? This is pimp energy too. Let's talk about Bonnie and Clyde first. So with Bonnie and Clyde, this is the King of Cup energy in reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. I'm picking up very strongly the Pisces energy in reverse, because that's a hustler. That's somebody, the King of Cups as well. Cancer and Scorpio, in a negative, emotional manipulator. So that's where I'm getting the pimp energy too, especially with the Queen of Wand energy in reverse. This is somebody who, I'm just getting some type of transaction, sexual transactions going on here with these two. Whether they are working together, he's the pimp and she's the lady of the night, or if they are both a couple and they're on some bullshit, like they use people or they get people and do shit to them so they could benefit from it. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. Now, also, what could be going on is somebody just does not have any emotions or feelings for this Queen of Wands. Like she could be throwing an attitude, and this is somebody who could be a spoiled individual, and this King of Cup is like, yo, I don't give a shit what you doing. I don't care how you feel about it. But it could be vice versa too, because the King of Cup could be somebody in their masculine energy. So this could be a female who's like, yo, I don't got no feeling for you. And, the Queen of Wand energy in reverse could be a spoiled ass male who's throwing tantrums, doing whatever it is he doing, trying to get attention and basically being ignored. So somebody definitely is being ignored here. The moon, somebody's playing games, emotional manipulation. Somebody's weird. The connection between these two is very weird. Like if they are a couple, it's just real weird. It's sex based for sure. I believe they get high together. Okay. Because you see the King of Wands, he got this cup here and this cup here, but this one is a real skinny one, and then this one is a big one. It's just like, okay, here you can have this cup, you can have a little bit of my emotion, but this gonna be for me, type of thing. So it's like he rationing out, what he gonna do and what he can do, or who he has emotion for versus who he doesn't. That could also represent, smoking and drinking too, right? This is somebody who's strung out. I get that this is a person who could be strung out on drugs, and once they get on them drugs, they ready to, they ready to have some fun sexually. Yeah, the Knight of Wands energy in reverse. So somebody is somebody is out here hoeing. Somebody has definitely with that moon that came out in reverse, and these three cards here, the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, King of Cup in reverse. This is somebody who's not emotionally stable. If this is one person, but like I said, this could be two people who are dealing with each other, and they both off they rocker a little bit emotionally. He or she, the King of Cup in reverse, could be just for someone who's very stone cold. They could be very unemotional. They could be also emotionally manipulative. But the thing is this Queen of Cup energy in reverse here may be subjected to that because maybe she doesn't know her worth or her value, or like I said, this could be her pimp, or this could be somebody who's getting somebody, a young, this could be somebody, people do other shit. They get people strung out on drugs and, weird shit like that just so they could have sex with them. So, this is what could be going on here. All right, with the death energy in reverse, scorpionic energy here. So, this could be somebody who was dealing with this person and now the cycle is over. I do feel like, okay, maybe this Queen of Wands here is decided enough's enough. But somebody may have decided enough's enough with the death energy, but something's changed between these people or the situation. Something has changed that it's not going to be the same no matter what. Yeah, King of Cup, I'm sorry, Four Cup energy here. So somebody's like, yo, this is not what I want. So whoever's throwing the tantrum here, okay, so the King of Cup in reverse is not showing any emotion. And so the Queen of Cup is like, yo, you need to, she's throwing a tantrum because she wants what she wants, right? Or he's being real cold to her because she don't look at herself as someone who deserves more, deserves better, right? And I feel like they are a couple with the Knight of Wand energy in reverse, but they're very reckless. Like I said, they do drugs together, or maybe this is what they did, and now something has changed, and this person is no longer under this person's spell. Yeah, Queen of Cup energy. I'm sorry, Queen of Sword energy in reverse. So yeah, this is some. So we got two queens here, and okay, so they could be fighting over this guy. Or this guy could be spreading, because she don't want to be with him anymore. Now he's spreading lies and rumors about her. Is what it is. So this person was trying to be cold to this person. This queen of the challenges is the Queen of Wands energy in reverse is like, yo, I'm not gonna be in the Queen of Wand energy in reverse. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be in the Queen of Wand upright. If you can't give me what I need, then I'm just gonna step off. And so I feel like that's what happened. And the thing is that this person was acting like they didn't care, but they really did. But what they were trying to do was just get this person in bed. That's all I'm getting here. It's just like somebody trying to play games, manipulation games to try to get somebody to lower their standards. Like this is one of these guys who, know damn well that she's not his type. He can't afford her. But because he has access to her, maybe because he works with her, because other than that, he wouldn't even have access to this type of woman, right? So he has access to her because he works with her. So because he works with her, he's gotta, he just, you know how they are. They just gotta come talk to you, gotta say hi and shit, right? And then you're the asshole when you don't want to speak to them or don't want to talk to them. But they know and you know that if we was just out here in the world and society, you wouldn't have access to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of these types of things. And so the goal is the Knight of Wand energy in reverse for him to get her in bed. But of course, she's like, please, with the Four Cups, like, please, are you kidding me? And so maybe she's just to the point where it's like, she don't want to be bothered because this is coming up as somebody who's like overly critical, but she's the type of person that's like, yo, you're not doing anything for me. Like you can't do anything for me. You can't. You sitting here trying to play games, and you're not being upfront. You're not being direct. You're not being real. You can't keep it real, right? So I feel like whatever, if this was a situation where this guy just met this woman, he's out of his league basically. If these people knew each other, she has come up from the situation, and he's a narcissist. So with the he or she don't matter. This person is a narcissist, and so they had their supply. Now their supply has gone through some type of transformation and change, and now the supply is like, I don't even know why I wasted my time feeling some way about you or why I even allowed you in my space. And so what happens with a narcissist. If they can't control you, they want to control the narrative of how people see you. So, spreading lies, saying they did this, saying they did that, saying they ain't shit, talking about their life and what they was doing, anything to try to make this person look terrible. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to be with them no more. That's all it is. Some people just, the ego. They can't just, take a fact that somebody don't want them. It hurts them so bad. Yeah, with savings energy, with the King of Cup energy in reverse, like this is a dude who was trying to use, like I said, this is like pimp energy is what I'm getting. Or it's just a dude who was trying to manipulate a woman. You know how a lot of these dudes are. They can't afford, to live by themselves. So what they do is they look for women, and then when they find women who are comfortable financially by themselves, who don't need a man, which is, the type of woman where I said she's out of his league. Like he gotta live with a woman in order to make ends meet. This is somebody who is just I don't know if he has any type of education at all. Probably not. This is somebody who's not going to make any more than $60,000 a year if they're lucky, right? He doesn't have any ambition, doesn't have any motivation, and he's trying to get a Queen of Wands energy to be Queen of Wands in reverse with him. And she's either outgrown that and she's no longer with that, or he's just barking up the wrong tree because he has access to this woman in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, so he don't have no money with the savings energy. How you gonna come at a woman and you don't have any kind of money whatsoever? This is the type of dude, like I said, he don't have no money and he knows this woman's out of his league, but he'll be the first to be like, oh, she a gold digger. She can't be a gold digger, dude, if you don't have any money. What is she digging for with you? You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes are quick to, because they don't have no money, because they can't compete, is what it is. So they try to tear the woman down, to try to tear her down to his level, and then he ain't gonna do nothing but dog her out anyway, because he gonna constantly be intimidated by her beauty, her intelligence. So he ain't gonna be able to handle that anyway. So it's just a lose-lose situation. So I just get an energy of don't do charity cases. If a dude is just not your type, don't do it just because you're bored or, yeah, well, he's nice, so let me just give him a, no, don't do that. Don't do that because that's going to backfire on you. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to backfire. You're going to play yourself. You're going to look stupid. And in the end, you'll be like, yo, he wasn't even my type anyway. I don't even know why I fucked with him like that. Don't do it. This is the type of person who's not going to spend any money on you. This is the type of person who's going to, do whatever they want with you, however they want, once they get you in their clutches. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, gift. Yeah, this person won't do nothing for you. They won't buy you nothing. Like this is a woman who's accustomed to, a certain lifestyle. And it's like what guys have to understand, or what some men need to understand is, listen, if she's accustomed to a certain lifestyle and I ain't doing that shit for her, fuck that. I don't know who then leave her alone. Like what? I don't get it. I guess, they hunters by, what they say, they hunters by Nate, but like if a woman got other options, she's gonna choose other options. But she could be somebody who, how men are. They try to grade women. Oh, she ain't nothing but a 4 or a 5 at best. So she better just take what she could get. Type of thing, right? This is all so he could try to manipulate her just so he could get her in the bed. Like this is insane to me. This is really insane. But we all have been through it. We all have been through it. But the thing is you need to know what you like and what you don't like, and you don't make no exception for it. Yeah, see, what also was going on too is what this guy is doing here is he was trying to emotionally manipulate this woman or act cold, like he really didn't like her, but he really does. And so what happened is, he was dealing with her and being intimate with her, but he wasn't respecting her and doing her right and treating her right. And so he was trying to hold her around. I don't know what he was trying to hold her for. I guess till something better came along. With this reservation and King of Want energy in reverse. You know how some dudes will mess with you, you not they type. And wasn't I just saying that before this card came out? They'll mess with a woman who's not their type because they waiting on that other woman, to come by, that one that they really want. And then they will dump this woman. But in the meantime, this woman that's quote unquote not his type, he'll treat her like shit. She'd be there for him. So she lowers her standards. Because she's blessing. And she lowers her standard because she sees potential in him, with the saving energy and the King of Cup energy. It's like, okay, he's afraid to open his, maybe she's making excuses for him. I don't know. That's what I feel like it is. It's just making excuses for him. But at the same time, he knows what he wants, but he's not gonna give her anything because, number one, he still has her attention. And I feel like what may happen is, though, based on what these cards are saying, she eventually cuts him off, is what I'm getting here. What's this 4 cup energy? But she has other options. But he was treating her like shit. But she's got other options. Yeah, real estate. So, maybe he wants to move in. So yeah, here's a dude, on another note here, there's a dude trying to manipulate a woman because he, like I said, I'm telling you, these cards don't lie. And I'm glad they're backing up what I'm saying here because somebody might be thinking, oh, she just talking shit. Nah, these cards are showing it right here. So that's why I got the camera on the cards so you could see them. So this is a dude who is trying to figure out how to make money off of this chick. The Queen of Wands energy in reverse and the gift. She's a gift to him. He's trying to get her so that he can move her in because she can manifest. If she was going to be with him, she's going to lower her standards because he don't really want shit from her. He just wants to use her. So this could have been what this was with him trying to, while he was dealing, he was waiting for the one he really wants, but he'll never be able to get because he ain't got no money for it. He was waiting on her, but in the meantime, he's dealing with her and treating her like shit. So maybe she left with the Queen of Cup energy. I'm sorry, Queen of Sword energy reverse. She might have cut him off and left. So now he's doing whatever he can to try to get her back because she fucked up the plan by leaving. It's like, no, 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 no. I put you on the shelf. You ain't supposed to go nowhere. Like the way I was dicking you down with this King of I'm sorry, this Knight of Wand energy and this reservation. The way I was dicking you down, you should never have gone anywhere. You should still be attached to me, right? And so this Queen of Wand energy in reverse realized, hey, this is a no-win situation here with this Four Cup energy. I could do better. So she decides to, go off and do her own thing. But this dude, he wants her back so he can live off of her. Like he want to make money off of her in some way, shape, or form. Now, what could also be going on is let me see, what's this Queen of Swords in reverse about? I feel like the communication between them is no longer in existence. Yeah. See, she sleeps at peace now that he's no longer around. But I feel like he was doing her dirty. And she ain't lose no sleep since she cut him off. Since she cut him off, it's just like, woo, thank God. Right? But this could be like a dude who was also married to someone else and he had one foot in the marriage and one foot out. And he was scoping and looking for another woman as a victim and he found one. But the thing is that he didn't have no money. And so she wasn't gonna fuck with him. So I feel like she just cut him off. So, she's like, yo, this is just too much stress, this is too much aggravation. I'm done. Hmm. Yeah. This is what I'm getting. I'm just getting a dude who don't got no money to get his own place, looking for somebody to take care of him, move in with him. This is boring. Sorry if I'm sounding unexcited, but this is a boring ass reading. I mean, this is just so stereotypical. You know what I mean? It's like nothing exciting, nothing new. Yeah, lover's energy in reverse. Exactly. She chose the wrong person. He was being manipulative. He was also messing with someone else. He was saving himself for someone else or saving his money to give to someone else. So he could have been dealing with someone else. Well, okay, so here we go. We got, how a lot of dudes do this. A lot of women don't realize it, but a lot of dudes do this. What they'll do is they'll act like they like you, get you to move in with them and split bills with them. This is why, I'm not with that shit. I've had some experiences and I will never do that again. But what they'll do is they'll have you move in with them, and what they doing is they taking your money and they sending it over to a next bitch. Could be a chick he got kids with or just a chick he like. You know what I'm saying? And will spend money on her and then treat you like shit, but yet you're the one, it's like trying to treat you like you some type of bottom bitch or something like that. So I feel like this is what could be going on with someone here. So now this person, now that you've cut this person off, or now that she's cut this person off, now he wants to come by and offer her some type of gift to get her back in the game because, like I said, she left before his plans were complete. She might have figured out what was going on or got tired. Yeah, here we go, the Queen of Cup energy here and the Two of Swords energy in reverse. So yeah, she got self-love with the Queen of Cup and the Two of Swords, and she is just like, you know what? I'm out. Right? But what she didn't know is, like I said, he was putting her on hold while he was messing around with someone else. Yeah, here we go, Hangman energy in reverse. You know what I'm saying? Traitor energy, straight up. A fucking traitor, a fucking deceiver, a liar. You know what I mean? He kept stalling her, kept holding her back, trying to put her to the side just until he wanted to use this woman to get what he needed. And then once he got what he needed, it could have been to buy a house for this other woman that he wanted to be with. Like, this is some grimy shit right here. Real grimy. Or if he's a pimp, what he's doing is he trying to get his hoes to get this money up so he can buy this house. Or he trying to treat a woman like she, you know what I mean? Trying to groom her is what I'm getting. Yeah, having the pentacle energy, yeah. So he knows it's going to take time, but with the King of Pentacles here, he's feeling like she's going to make him financially stable. But it didn't work out, and I feel like he's embarrassed with the the Sun energy and birds because he might have told people what he was doing, or he might have had people around him who knew what time it was, but she didn't know what time it was. because he was never upfront with her. Like, there are no swords here. See, he didn't tell her shit with the Two of Swords energy in reverse. And then we got the Queen of Swords in reverse is when she cut him off or realized that, she may have had a dream that he was on some bullshit. She could be psychic. Had a dream that he was on some bullshit and then decided to go with her gut and leave him alone. Tell me about the sweet dream energy. Yeah, the Knight of Cup energy in reverse, that he was a manipulator. Yeah, so she knew he was messing around. She found out he was not right for whatever reason. However, she found it out. Could have been her intuition, her dreams, what have you. But she chose to pay attention to it and she cut this dude off. Also, another thing I'm getting is like there could be a situation where this dude knows this girl, no, this guy knows this woman, and he has dreams about doing a dirty with her, doing a nasty with her, having sex with her, but she's not his type. She's not gonna touch him. Is what I'm getting here. And so what could have happened is she may have been communicating. I don't see any swords here again, is what I'm saying here. Well, hold on, the Lover's energy in reverse. Okay, so that's manipulation. The Lover's energy, that's Gemini energy, that's air energy, and plus the King of Cups energy in reverse. That's manipulative energy. He might have been telling her, "Oh, I'm trying to save my money. I'm trying to move out from my wife." Like if he was married, I'm trying to save my money so I could get a place and la la la. Trying to pacify her so she stick around. That could be what this is too. Yeah, here's the Page of Sword energy. So he may be wanting to reach out to her to tell her that he finally got his money saved up or that he's trying to save up his money because this is Eight of Pentacles. So he's working on it. He working on it. But she don't trust him. She know he manipulative. She know he's sleeping around. She knows he's lying. He's not honest. Yeah, this is what this is about. So let me see. Yeah, envious. Okay, that's what that sun energy was in reverse. So he's envious of her. Like I said, she got it together. He's trying to figure out how to manipulate her so he can live off of her. So with the Seven of Pentacle energy here, this is him trying to figure out how he could move in with her with the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, how he could move in and live off of her. Right? But she don't want him with the Four of Cup energy. She don't, in the real estate. She don't want him. So he's trying to figure out a way in because he's envious of her. So this is the type of dude who will try to use women, because they secretly either want to be a woman, because that's what that King of Cup energy in reverse could represent as well, especially with that Queen of Wands energy in reverse. Like he hates her. He's jealous and envious of her. He probably want to be her. There's a lot of men who are jealous of women and they just want to drag them around and use them. Distraction. Yeah, trying to distract her from doing whatever it is she's doing. Or he's using her as a distraction until he can get the woman that he wants, type of thing. But I feel like he's also trying to distract her from making her money. That could be it too. Yeah, apathy. He's an asshole. I'm telling you, I can't make this shit up. Asshole. Straight asshole. This is a hater. Especially with the King of Cup energy in reverse. I feel like he don't like women. And I feel like this particular woman, he wants to knock her down a peg or two. Because again, I don't even know how they know each other. Because they two totally different individuals. The King of Cup energy in reverse and the Queen of Wands. Two totally different individuals. He trying to turn her into the Queen of Wands energy in reverse. She is not his type. So again, this could be a work environment that they ran into each other at, or maybe there was some type of family outing where, somebody from her family invited, something like that. But they normally do not run in the same crowds. And so I guess what happened is, maybe they was around some people or they worked together. And as a result, communication may have started. Now he could be trying to do this to her, or this is another situation where there's a guy who's dealing with a woman who has potential, she can manifest, things like that, but she's dealing with him. She's lowering her standards dealing with him. Either way, this woman is, she's not his type. And she's like, I don't know if she sees potential in him. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she's lonely. I don't know what it is, why she would deal with him. I really don't. But They're just definitely not evenly yoked, and this is just a recipe for disaster. This is going to happen anyway. And he's jealous and envious of her. So he coming into her energy, trying to distract her from making her money, or trying to take from her with the King of Cup energy in reverse, because that's, Scorpionic energy deals with other people's money with the savings card. Like I said, he trying to come in and trying to figure out how he can maneuver or move in with her or leech off of her in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, extrovert. So she's somebody who's very outgoing. That's that Queen of Wands energy, very outgoing. She moves to the beat of her own drum. Look at this picture. This is somebody who does them. They don't live for other people's approval. They don't care about what other people think. They just do them, and that's what he's jealous of. Her individuality, who she is. She's confident in who she is, and she's beautiful. And she just walks with the energy. She just has an energy about her. You can just tell that by looking at the card. She just has an energy about her. And so, this is somebody who's like, she thinks she all that. Let me just go over here and just fuck her life up if I can't. You know what I mean? Because I'm jealous, because I wouldn't be able to get her otherwise. I know I ain't her type, but if she give me conversation, then, I'll see what she got and see, you know what I'm saying? And it's like he never had no good intention for her in the first place. It's just one of these types of things. And so, he got mad because in the end, it didn't work out for him. Yeah, chemistry. So, maybe they did have some type of chemistry between each other. It doesn't mean that, it could just be looks. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe the way he was coming off in the beginning, there was a chemistry. So that's why she maybe gave him an opportunity or gave him a chance, or he was really attracted to her. And chemistry could also just mean, like I said, envious of her. So that could be the chemistry that's going on. He makes her feel weird. She makes him feel weird in some way, shape, or form. Because when the two cards came out, I was like, yo, they got a weird dynamic. The King of Cup in reverse and the Queen of Wand. And she came out in reverse because that's how he wants her to be. You know how some men will look at you, and no matter how you carry yourself, they gonna see you the way they want you to be, and opposed to what you really are. So he's the Lulu. He's looking at her like, she's like some men think all women are the same. Some women think all men are the same. So he's like coming at her in that way when she clearly is not the average, but he don't want to accept that. And then once he realizes that she's not the average, he gets mad at her and is coming at her as if she's trying to trick him or play hard to get. And it's just like, no, she's not wired for you. Y'all two totally different individuals. So, this is what's going on here. Yeah, crone. And it's like she wised up. She knew what time it was, and she realized, okay, this is a waste of time. You know what I mean? So I feel like this person is trying to he's trying to figure out what she's doing, trying to get in contact with her maybe, because I don't feel like talking. Like I said, there's not a lot of swords here. So I don't feel like they're communicating or really talking. Did I clarify that money energy? I did. Yeah, here's the Lovers in reverse. Exactly. So for some of you, he could be dealing with another woman. So he could be married to somebody else. And this is a guy who hops from woman to woman because he can't take care of himself. And it's a hell of a lot of guys who do that. And they be jealous of women who got their own, like this could be a woman who's very attractive. She has her own money. She can make her own money. She can take care of herself. She don't need anybody for anything. It's like if she's dealing with you, it's because she wants to deal with you, not because she needs you to take care of her. She can't, this is not somebody who needs someone to take care of their basic needs. She don't need that. You know what I mean? And so men hate women like that. They hate women that don't need them for anything. This is why you'll hear a lot of men, oh, you don't need a man, and then, getting all mad. No, nobody needs anybody. That's not how your spirit is wired. You don't need anybody. You want someone. Now, if you need someone, it's because you're lacking in a certain area of your life and you're looking for somebody to fulfill that. And that's why a lot of people get into relationships anyway. It's not because they truly love anybody. It's because they have a need that they need to be fulfilled, and they know that this person is not going to fulfill it on a regular basis if they don't do it under the guise of a relationship. So a lot of people are in relationships where, the relationship ain't. This is why you got so many unhappy married people and so many unhappy people in relationships, because they just using each other. There's very few couples that are really happy. You know what I mean? And when you meet them, it's a blessing to see because it gives you hope. But the majority of these people, they are not happy with one another. They just using each other because they don't have no discipline or no work ethic to get their own shit on their own. Why should I go work hard and work two jobs when I could just fuck her and, dick her down real good and have her move in with me and split bills with me? And then I could take the money I make and I can go, spend it on the woman I really want to spend it on. And then when she come home, I could just punch her in her face and talk shit to her and treat her like shit because I know she ain't going nowhere. She need me just like I need her. Like, yo, it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. Don't let these people be thinking they happy. Don't let these people fool you thinking that they all happy. A lot of them are not. Okay? A lot of them are not happy. They mad at you and trying to pull you as a single person into bullshit. So be careful with these third party situations. Yeah, karmics. I can't make this shit up. I'm on point today. Third parties, haters, and lessons learned. I have to show you that haters. I told you this dude is hating on her because she her own woman. She doing her own thing. She don't need somebody to pay her bills. She don't need love because she has self-love. She don't need him to pay her bills because she make her own money. You understand what I'm saying? That's a powerful woman when she don't need a man to do anything for her. She wants companionship. And also, there's nothing wrong with a woman not needing a man for anything, period. Like, it don't have to be, because in the end, it's like, oh, well, what was I talking? I was talking to somebody about something earlier, and he, and he was like, well, see, if you had a man around, you wouldn't have that worry. And I'm like, no, I just need to have more friends around or good quality friends and good family. Everything ain't about dick. Because you're talking about having a man around, and this ain't got nothing to do with having a man around. A friend could have helped me with this. A female friend, non-sexual female friend could have helped me with this. A family member could have helped me with this. It ain't got nothing to do with a man. Like, they always trying to push their fucking agenda, on people who are just comfortable with who they are. So I feel like this is one of these type of dudes. Find someone who wants a man. That's all. Why are you trying to? It's like, don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick with the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. They just always look at it like it's always the ones that, oh, y'all women this and y'all women that, or y'all men this and y'all men that. It's like, if you think everybody is the same, why are you having difficulty with everybody then? The common denominator, let's do the math. The common denominator is you. You know what I'm saying? But they not that intelligent enough, to understand that. So it's just like a waste of time talking to these people. You know what I'm saying? Waste of time. Yeah, look what came out when I said waste of time. Look what came out. Okay, the card says time. It says delay, procrastination, too busy. And the card that came out was distraction. Didn't I tell you all he is just trying to waste her fucking time? Because he's mad because she's accomplished, she's successful, she got what she want. And so, he's mad because she's not his type, or he ain't her type. So he's offended by that. And so he wants to just come around and distract her. This could be somebody who got female issues. Maybe they grew up in an environment where, things that wasn't too hot with their moms. And so, as a result, they hate women. Yeah, she burned a bridge with this person. Burned a bridge. Now, this could be reversed too. This could be a guy who's dealing with a woman who hate men. You know what I'm saying? And she looking for a come up. She ain't got no money. She ain't got no brains to go out there and get her own money. So, it's one of these women, you could use what you got to get what you want type of women who don't got fucking brains. They lazy, don't have no ambition. She might have some looks. And so as a result, she trying to manipulate this King of Cup energy, trying to get him to be the King of Cup in reverse. Right? And with the savings energy, trying to hit him up, get his pockets. She could be trying to have a baby with him in the whole nine with the sun energy in reverse. That came out, and then with the moon energy in reverse, she's just very weird, and she's up to bullshit. She's emotionally unstable and trying to manipulate him, and so he may have realized what was going on with her, and he cut her off, and now she's feeling some sort of way. Like, this is somebody who, she was trying to get all in his pockets, wanting her to buy her nice gift, expensive gifts, expensive watch, and but yet she's just dealing with him until the dude she really want come through. You know what I mean? She don't really want him like that. He's not her type. Whatever her type is, he's not that. And he may like her, and is trying to connect with her. Or maybe she just approached him. Maybe he wasn't even thinking about her, and she just ran up on him, because you know how these chicks are nowadays. They push up on dudes. So, instead of letting the man be his natural state and let him chase and give him the eye to let him know it's okay to come over. She one of these chicks that'll chase a dude. She see him, he got money, so she gonna go out there and do what she gotta do with that extrovert energy, show herself off. She's the type of person who will be like, well, I could do this for you. I could cook and clean and da, 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 like all these typical chicks be doing, trying to compete with each other for a man when that's not even in your nature to do so. But, these are women who are looking for someone to take care of them because they lazy, got no brains, and they don't got no motivation, and they don't got no ambition in life. You know what I'm saying? So they looking for somebody to help them. This is the same thing with the dudes. They're not motivated. They don't got no ambition. They don't got no brains. So they may have a little looks, or they think they smart. And they don't like women because the women are doing better than them, especially women who can afford to pay for shit. These are men who look at women as if, or define masculinity by the amount of money you got. And so a woman who got more money than him automatically pisses him off. And so he's automatically on a mission to destroy her and distract her. So you may be meeting a guy like this or a woman like this. So be careful, go slow with this person, get to know them, okay? Get to know them, because you don't sleep. This means don't sleep with them for a year. That's all this means. Now that might be difficult. It could be challenging, but depending on how divine you are and your discernment, it'll tell you if what's what anyway. And if you on that higher level anyway, you know what to do with your sexual energy while you waiting to see what's up with this person. But go very slow, and this could be why he don't like her as well, because she's not thirsty for sex, or he ain't thirsty for sex. So it's taking this person a lot longer to get in this person's drawers than it normally would. And so this is another reason why this person is pissed off about this. Because first of all, you out of your league, so the person ain't even attracted to you like that. They put you in the friend zone because it's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. We could be cool. We'll talk. But this person don't really have that. It don't look like they ain't saying much. Yeah, interference. External party is intruding on this relationship. So it could be that she's still dealing with her baby daddy, right? And she mad at him because he out here fucking around and cheating on her. So she coming over to you, and you may think she's the most beautiful thing, and she trying to jerk you for money. And then you find out she's still dealing with her baby daddy, or she dealing with another woman. Take it how it resonate, right? So you find out there's somebody else in the party, all right, in the mix with that lover energy in reverse. They still dealing with this karmic ass. Here's the karmic card with the lovers in reverse. They still dealing with a karmic. So if you just met this person, be careful, because they still dealing with a karmic ass ex. They still in a karmic relationship. They trying to hold you off and put you to the side until they get done dealing with, or they could finally get rid of the person they with. This all this shit is. If somebody's like, nah, you're not doing me like that, we're going to burn these bridges today, and we're going to cut this off. Once you get your life together, maybe I'll talk to you, but because of the shit you did, I doubt I will. Right? So this is for someone, put away the computer, working hard and having more fun will help you to strengthen your relationship. Yeah, there's no communication here. Not no real communication. I don't know what's going on here. Like I said, there's not a lot of swords here. And the only sword that's upright, well, there's the two of swords in reverse. There's the queen of swords in reverse. That's three swords in reverse. This is somebody who, has done this already before. Like, this is old shit. Like, this person ain't coming up with nothing new. So they mad because they were friend zoned. But yet with the page of sword energy, there's not a whole lot of conversation, or the conversation is very elementary. Like I said, these people are unevenly yoked. This could be somebody who is one person could, have a bookshelf in their home full of books, and the other person don't got their book in their house. Matter of fact, ain't probably bought a book. If it ain't for their kid, ain't bought a book since they was in high school. Totally unevenly yoked personalities. Some people don't understand that there are people who are sapiosexual. They're attracted to intelligence. And so this is why I'm saying these people are unevenly yoked. Like, this dude or this girl, whoever it is that's going after this other person, they not on the same frequency. They just think, oh, well, you a man, I'm a woman. So, or I'm a man, you a woman, you're a man, however it is, you supposed to be attracted to me. All of y'all the same, all men are the same, all women are the same. Why you not, you know what I'm saying? And then they look at this person like this person is being difficult. They're not being difficult. They just you're not on the same frequency. Like, people need to understand that. But then it's just like, this is why you have people who are page of sword mentality. They don't understand because they only been around people like them. So you might look like people that they've been around, but when you open your mouth, it's clear that you're not the average. And that's what's fucking this person up. Instead of them just saying, okay, let me bow out because this is, no, now they want to get mad at you and want to get revenge and want you to come back so they could shit on you and finish, doing what they was going to do anyway because they didn't want to accept the fact that you just not, you're not they type. You not their style, they not your style. But they want to try to get some ass. You know what I'm saying? Or use you for some money. And both. You know what I'm saying? They just got a target. They just, I'm gonna get that. Like you don't got, if you use that much effort and ambition into getting your own money, then you might have good karma. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be fucked up. Some people so fucked up they don't even realize they fucked up. And that's where, discernment come in. You know what I'm saying? When you start reaching a certain level of understanding, the first thing you got to learn is discernment. You got to be able to peep these people and see what's going on with them. All you got to do is just be, talk to them for a little bit, be around them. But the thing is, your cutoff game got to be strong. You can't be soft. Because there's going to be a lot of people, once you awaken, the higher you go on your level of consciousness, you're not going to be able to fuck with a lot of people. And that's the hardest part for people on their journey, is they realize that it get lonely to a certain extent. So then they start, thinking, oh, okay, well, a boyfriend or a girlfriend is what I need. No, you just need community. You need good friends and you need good people that you could call family. You don't just need some ass or some dick. You got a problem with your car. Oh, see if you had a man. No, you just need good friends and good family to help you out. That ain't got shit to do with dick. The car, you know what I'm saying? The car breaking down ain't got shit to do with no dick. Okay? Stop letting people gaslight you. Stop letting people manipulate you. If you're comfortable with who you are and what you're doing, just understand that people are throwing darts because they're trying to get a rise out of you. They're trying to get some type of emotion out of you. And once they get that, then they have some control over you. Anyone who can control your emotions in any way, shape, or form has control over you. So if you just on some nonchalant, you on your Machiavellian shit where it's just like, yo, I don't give a fuck about pleasing you. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Yeah, I could communicate with you, but I don't care what you say because what you say don't matter to me. So you could say whatever the fuck you want to say to me or about me or what have you. I'm not going to entertain it. I remember telling a friend, like, yo, I remember he was saying, yeah, I wouldn't let nobody talk about me like that. It's like, why would you care what these people think about you? Why would you care what they saying? It ain't taking no money from your pockets, is it? Well, no. All right, well then why would you even entertain it? Fuck what these people think. Like, that's people have control over you when they can say something about you and you ready to fight and you ready to get wild. They got control over you. Of course they're gonna try to manipulate you and fuck with you. That's just what people, that's human nature. You gotta understand psychology. You unfuckwittable when you don't attach your emotions to things or to people who don't mean nothing to you or ain't gonna do nothing for you. Why the hell would I give a fuck what a random dude has to say about me or my looks? I ain't trying to fuck him. I'm not interested in him. Why would I care if he called me a 4 or a 2 or called me this or called me that? Why would I care? Why would I sit here and argue and entertain? If that's the case, then that means I care about his opinion. Why would I care if a chick, if you do, why would you care if she called you broke? You a brokey, you a dust mite. Why would you care if you're not interested in her? Let her give her a platform. Let her go ahead and film you and all. Why would you care? Like, you got to stop giving people power over you. Like, your power is how you feel about yourself and not entertaining the minions. The minions is always gonna talk. You got to understand that. If you a turtle, what did TD Jake said? This one saying, he said if you a giraffe, why is you lowering your neck down here to be listening to what these turtles on the ground is talking about? You look weird doing that. You a big ass giraffe. Your head is supposed to be above the 6-foot tree, but you constantly walking around with your head down on the ground because you worrying about what these motherfucking turtles is talking about. You look crazy worrying about it. You look stupid. So, just keep that in mind here. And it's just a matter of control. So now the turtles got control of you. They got your ear like that. So they got control over everything you're doing. You worrying about what they talking about? They can't even they can't even do nothing you do. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind with people with the naysayers and all that. Because I know gossip fuels the internet and everything like that. But you gotta be ahead above that. You gotta raise yourself above that and understand that that's what they do. They gonna talk. Right? They ain't got nothing else to, some of them don't got nothing else to do. but talk. The only ones who's talking shit is the ones who don't got nothing going for themselves and can't get. They always talking about the ones who making moves. That's all they do and try to tear them down because they jealous and they envious and they want to be like these people. Like this shit is just the way it's been since the beginning of time. It's not rocket science. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand why people be so concerned about what other people. It's like I don't know if you need validation from others or what. But I just see it going on a lot. And I just be like, okay, it must be my gift. That must be my gift not to be worried about what other people think and not to be looking for other people for validation and not to be jealous of others. Because I don't understand the mindset, but so many people have it. So I'm like, okay, well, damn, this must be my gift, my superpower, not to give a fuck, not to care what somebody got to say about me. I don't give a fuck if it's true or not. And so what? So what? That's what I did. And well, okay. Well, you finished because I got shit to do. I got some place to be. Oh, you got it off your chest. Okay, cool. All right, later. Never talk to you again because you're crazy and you're jealous and hateful and it's coming all out in your energy. But that's why I'm not fucking with you now. Like you gotta, let silence work. Silence is just as strong as it's even stronger than arguing back and forth with a motherfucker who is just trying to distract you and fuck with your emotions anyway, right? All right, so that's what I got for you guys. I wish you the best and I'll see you in the next reading. Later.